Alright guys, so D23 is going on right now, and if you don't know what that is, it's essentially Disney's expo where they show all their movie stuff and now their game stuff. It's like their E3, their Ubisoft Forward, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of Ubisoft Forward, that is tomorrow, so I'm sure we'll be covering stuff about that tomorrow. But one of the first games they showed was this Avatar game, right? And I'm looking at this game thinking it's the Ubisoft one, the Frontiers of Pandora game, and I'm like, ain't no way this is the Ubisoft game, because this looks awful. But the trailer plays and the dude talks for like a minute, and towards the end he announces that it's a mobile game, and I'm like, oh, alright, that looks pretty decent for a mobile game. Like, if it's free, I ain't a mobile gamer, but for a mobile game, that's about what I expect, alright? Fine, I'm not too disappointed. So then we move on to the next game. So I figured they started with their mobile game, and they showed a couple like Mickey Mouse Disney games for the children and like a Mario Kart racer or whatever, right? Get those out of the way. But then they get to Midnight Suns, and this game, they announced this so long ago, and I was kind of excited for it, and then they announced that it was like a card-based game, and I was less excited for it, and then they did a trailer and another trailer, and then they delayed the game, so now it's been delayed like a whole ass year, and now they showed more gameplay. And this also looks terrible. I was waiting for it to get to the end and be like, yeah, this is a mobile game. It's not. This is not a mobile game. It looks like a mobile game, and both visually and gameplay-wise, but it's not a mobile game. I guess we'll see when it ever comes out. I mean, it could be great if it's free. I really don't want to pay for a game that looks like it came out on the Xbox 360 and plays like a mobile game. Oh, there you go. It has a release date now for December, so I'm sure that'll get delayed. But we continue to go on, and again, they show some more Mickey Mouse games and like some mobile games that I don't care about or care to talk about. I'm not the target audience for that. But Midnight Suns was just kind of disappointing. It's one of those ones that I wasn't too looking forward to, but it came out. I probably would have played it for like a week or two, but now it kind of looks like trash visually and gameplay wise, so who knows how that's going to end up. But let's move on to the only game they have that they showed that looks even slightly interesting. So I was going to let the entire trailer play for you guys, but I soon realized that that would immediately get copyright claimed. So if you haven't watched the press conference, or if you're watching it now, for some reason you can't go backwards and rewind it, you have to watch whatever they're watching, or I'm just an idiot, but they're drawing over there right now, so I stopped watching it. But the last thing they showed was something that I heard about, a rumor, literally yesterday, and it's a Black Panther and Captain America game set in World War II. Now, don't get too excited. They're not going to do any MCU connections. They're not going to look like the MCU characters, because I've learned my lesson that they don't do that. They've done like 5 games where they have the rights to the Avengers and the MCU and the likeliness, and they're not going to use it. They don't ever use it. Fortnite is the only people who ever do that. But regardless, it'll be obviously pre-going in the ice, Captain America, and it'll be T'Challa's father, and there's 2 other characters that are, I'm assuming other characters you can play as, or maybe just like your sidekicks on those missions. Again, that's literally it. We don't know if it's a single-player open-world RPG, if it's a linear story game, which is what I'm hoping it is based off that one cutscene they showed. If it's a multiplayer game, no idea. Like, we literally got nothing. It was just announced like 40 minutes ago, but it looks pretty cool. That could be exciting. But so far, that's all they showed that was really interesting. So we'll see tomorrow with the Ubisoft Forward conference. I'm hoping for a lot of Assassin's Creed news. Maybe like they apologize for Breakpoint and like do something to fix that and announce a new game, and they're like, I swear it's gonna be good. Maybe they'll do something with the Rainbow Six Siege. I doubt it though, after Extraction kind of failed. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about Ubisoft. It's like a 4-day conference, so if they don't really show, like if they show like fucking Rabbids tomorrow, then I won't make a video on it. I have another video planned that'll go out. But if they do like their Ubisoft, typical, their big hitters, their Assassin's Creed or a Far Cry or something like that, or Rainbow Six, we'll have a video. So you guys let me know what you thought of the D23 conference. If you like Mickey Mouse games and all of that, that's your bread and butter, cool. Like, I'm sure you had a great time. But for me, it was a letdown.